All right, hi folks. These are some baby blue and golds. They're about 16, 17 weeks old. They're not quite weaned. This is their night feeding, and they're not behaving. Oh, well, they're behaving, yes. They're good babies. They're huggable. Isn't that funny? Whoever heard of blue and golds that are just huggable? They're very sweet girls. They're very hungry. This is the only time they get fed. Look at her. She's putting her head back. She's ready. But they're flying around on me. So this is like, that's why this is like, oh, what is going on? How am I going to keep them here fooling around with a camera? And let's see if I can get this. There we go. Let's just, oops, I'm sorry. Let's adjust this a little bit. So yes, they're very sweet girls. And let's see if they'll take to me feeding them on camera. Can you stay here for a few seconds, huh? Just a little bit. Now, I do have some macaws in the background, and I have a hyacinth that he doesn't like to be disturbed at night like this, so he might start squawking like crazy. Although I just gave him some food, so that might settle him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 tablespoons. Just a minute, baby. Just a minute. Yes, yes. We're gonna get your food. Oops. Come on. Clean up as you go along. That helps. All right. We're gonna try to do this. You're gonna be good for me, my good babies. Yes. So these are some foster babies that belong to a business friend of mine, and I am doing some responsibilities of basically taking care of them and hand feeding and weaning them. And like I said, they're on their last feeding. This is it. So I'm going to see if I can capture it on camera without them panicking too much and flying off on me. Once I'm here, I think the reason they flew off before was because I had to go get food for Josie, who was making noise back there. So, all right, about 112. We're still a little on the warm side. So I go through it with my fingers here, and then I feel for any hot spots, and also my fingers actually cool it down a little bit. And we're down to, I like to start them at around 110, 111. Now this is how I start to wean. This is a 40 cc's, and they one of them will take about 80, and one of them will only take 40. And let's see how they kind of do with this today. You hungry, baby? Yes. So what I do is I hold their beak to keep it straight, because I don't want them twisting their beak all up. Then I rest this on my finger, and then I pretty much go in the side here and go like that. And I like to clean it up, but we're gonna pass on that right now. Come on, baby, because this guy's getting antsy. Okay. Okay, so they each got 40, which is good. Blue and golds are not really large parrots for the macaw species. They're kind of on the smaller side. So, like these guys, their crop, 60 to 80 is really max for them. So let's see if this girl. See, she's still taking 80. She'll take this whole thing. She's hungry. You gonna take the rest of that? Good girl, good girl. All right, let's watch. Let's wipe this up and hurry before we get. And let's see if we get this babe to take any more. You want some more? Come here. No. See, look at that, already like losing interest. So in this case, where you see where she's not really wanting a lot, so I'm not giving her a lot, at least at one time. And she's starting to fuss now. So that's about it. And you see, she got about half of it. So see, she's taking about 60, she's taking about 80. Now this is how I start to make a judgment on when is it time to pull the last feeding, because this one will be ready sooner than this one, because she's still taking the full 80, and she's still taking it pretty readily. When she starts balking halfway through, let's wipe that. Oh, let's wipe it. Come on, let's clean up. Oh, yeah. This is what happens all the time. My shirt gets splattered with food, so which is fine. It's all water soluble. It's not a big deal. Okay, come on, everybody behaving. Let's turn this water off. Although I like to watch the beaks up. I don't like dried food on there. I like everybody kind of clean up. But sometimes you'll see in my videos where, oh, they look a little damp and their feathers don't look perfect. It's like, yeah, if I just got done feeding them, that's why, because I'm doing all this to them, huh? Am I doing all this to you? Mwah. They're such good girls. They really are. They're beautiful, and I really love the colors of the blue and gold. This blue up here is just this aquamarine color. It really glistens, and they're always in such good feather, you know. And one thing about the blue and gold is they just have the sweetest disposition. They're just like so sweet of birds, and it's just like they're so. And even when you saw when I was feeding, well, I don't know. I wasn't watching the camera when I was feeding, but there was not a lot of lunging going on, and they're really tolerant with that, and really feeding really well, and they're really they're not beaky with me at all. As you can see, their beaks are huge compared to my little finger here, but they're very gentle with me, and they don't take advantage of their power, and that to them that's just like another touching mechanism to touch and feel, and they don't clamp down on me at all. I'm not afraid of them at all either, so that probably helps. And because they're babies, and they've been with me now for about 6 or 8 weeks. Not quite 8 weeks. Let's see, that was the end of June, July. So about 6 or 7 weeks, and they're caged, of course. Now they're in a big. I have them in a preview Silverado, and which is a cage that I love for my cockatoos and my macaws, for those that are upstairs in the pet arena. I love the preview Silverado cage. Now for my macaws, I've actually reinforced it with some 1x1 wire, but for most, and that's because I had hyacinths in there. But for most applications, you won't need that, will you? No. No, you won't need that. Look at, aren't they just the sweetest girls? They're so sweet. Everybody's behaving. And this is, what is it? It's almost 10 o'clock, so it's about 10 to 10 right now. So, but the light was still on over there. Usually I turn it off a little earlier, and then I kind of wake them up for this feeding. I try to do the lights out with the sun, but it's still summertime, right? So I mean, it's still dark outside till 9 o'clock, 8:30. It's probably now it's starting to get a little dark, but earlier, but But yeah, the blue and golds. Oh, look at her. She's very sweet. And so is she. Yes. Yes, my sweets. Oh, you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I just love macaws. They're so amazing. They're so smart. They're so... It's just like we're so privileged to have these amazing animals that are available to us, you know, to adopt and to care for. And the thing is that how much they reciprocate, you know, your care and your love for them. They understand it, you know, and they look at her. She's just like, oh yes. Now cockatoos, I'm used to being very cuddly and like that. Macaws, I don't always see like that. But these girls, they've always been so sweet. Ever since they were babies, they've just been sweet little girls. And it is kind of interesting now because, okay, we have to have a limit on that now, right? Because I am flesh, and you could tear me apart in just like 2 seconds, like a piece of wood. Isn't that interesting, their beaks? If you look at their beaks, look at that. That's just like a wood chisel right there. It's exactly the way a wood chisel looks, a 3/8. That is a 3/8 wood chisel right there. Look at that. Oh, that is a 3/8 wood chisel right there. Oh my goodness. It's got a little bevel on it and everything. So you make sure when you have them out, have them on something that you can chew up, you know. But actually, macaws are a lot better than cockatoos in that way. They're happy to just sit and kind of chill, where a cockatoo has to be chewing on something all the time, it seems like. Although some of my babies aren't so bad like that. They get raised. But sometimes they are. I mean, they want to get, as soon as they get out, they want to play, you know, and you notice that's why I have toys over here. And I try to put, I mean, I used to have more of a toy on the end of this one, but it's gotten chewed off. I gotta start replacing that stuff. But well, this is an introduction to the blue and gold girls, and if you're on my website and you're just kind of browsing around and you have any interest, you know, just drop me an email and I will forward you to my friend who is selling these girls. And yes, indeed. So there you have it, folks. I'm so glad I'm taking this video because this is I haven't been really taking a lot of videos because they're not my birds actually, right? So, but then I thought, Jordy, you gotta get something together here because I just don't want to lose the experience that I had with these babies. What are you doing? You big copycats is what you are too. Copycats. If she's gonna chew, so you're gonna chew. Huh? Alright? Ow. No. Actually, that didn't really hurt, but that could hurt. You're getting to the point where it's getting a little tighter there. I don't want you to do that. I mean, here, pull the paper off my hand, you know? It's like you want, not the skin. Come on. All right, folks. Well, that's our fun for tonight. Feeding the babies their first and last meal for the day. I think they have a few weeks before they're going to be completely weaned. They are eating really well. I do feed them a couple of times a day. I give them fresh food usually, and they are pellets and seeds and nuts. And although they seem to favor the pellets, and over the sunflower seeds. I mean, the nuts are always gone. So almonds and hazelnuts and walnuts and I use a mixed nut. You know, like your general mixed nuts. You know, which has pecans, almonds, hazelnuts, walnuts, and that's about it, I think. All right, well, these guys are going to get busy, so I'm going to have to get going. So thank you, folks, for listening, and thank you for watching.